How's it going, everybody? So today we have something really weird and different, but very, very useful, right? So we have this BVD dashboard replication problem. So just to give you a little bit of an overview, you can replicate dashboards, but by creating new files or saving as the Visio files and uploading them to BVD, which is fine. But then you need to redefine all of the channels and everything else. But what if you want to reuse a dashboard in someplace else or have a new version of it, right? And I'm not talking about templates, I'm talking about like genuine dashboard that doesn't need templating, doesn't need variables. It's just similar but different, right? So I'll give you an example. Here I have this dashboard set. It's called the AOS 3-tier main, and I'm creating a new set of those dashboards, a new demo asset, but instead of having 2 web servers, it has 8 web servers, and they are named differently. And also, I need to use them in parallel to existing ones. So I cannot just change the settings or replicate those dashboards and be done with it. I actually need to have them while this dashboard exists, right? So normally, well, I would go, I create this dashboard, a new one, and I just give it here a new name so it would be distinguished, and it's called AOS Shop Cluster Main Dashboard, while the old one has like 3-tier or something in it, right? So when we go to dashboard design, and we are looking at what kind of work was done on this demo. Remember, this is a demo. This is not a production thing or a customer thing. It's a demo that shows the capabilities of a product, so it needs to be self-contained. Or other rules apply, but the general thing that applies to everything is, of course, that work was done. And that work needs to be saved, right? So when we look at the data channels, we see that there is a data channel, but then there is, for example, a calculation rule that kind of changes the number, right? So I want the number of sales to be animated and reflecting something, but I don't want to have a dedicated data generator that would fake this number, right? I want it to be animated. So I'll take a number of events and I'll multiply them by 152. That's the number that I felt at today, and it would generate a number. And there are plenty of those customizations that I would really like to reuse. However, when I upload a dashboard, normally what you do is when you upload a dashboard with the same name but changes inside the dashboard, then it keeps the data channels, right? So if I'll go and I'll upload a file that's named reworked underscore AOS treaty main SVG with something new in it, then all of this work would remain. This is normal BVD operation, and the changes would be added, right? So then I can say work. But what do I do if I upload it with a new name? So the best way to know is to check. So that's what we do. We click on new, we go to choose file, this whole thing, the process is pretty standard. And yeah, that's the SVG. And remember, this SVG was actually it's an export or this is a save as of the original dashboard, but with a new name. So nothing has changed by the name, and now all of those data channel configurations and customizations are done. They're not here. Well, so does it mean that I need to do all of this work from scratch? No, not at all. Let me show you why. So I'll go to the original dashboard and I'll click the download button. And here's the rework. And the point of download, it means that all of the data channel configurations are already saved and at this SVG, right? However, I cannot edit it, right? I cannot edit this file at all because it's an SVG format, and Visio works with VSDX and VSDM. But what I can do, I can go to my to my file that I wanted, the name that I wanted to have, and I will rename the SVG that I created. Okay. So the solution, though, is download, then rename, upload, and override. Fantastic. So this is the new name. So I can now go to my BVD, and I will choose a file to upload, and it's going to be this nice file. Where is it? This is the file. I click upload. I say upload dashboard, and when it uploads, as you see, this is the original dashboard. This is the dashboard that we saw earlier, but with a different name, which is super cool because now I get to have a dashboard with a new name in it and reuse it later. So I say save, and now I will overwrite it with the SVG export of the real dashboard that I changed here in Visio. So in Visio, you see, as you see, I added this text, shop cluster, and everything else is the same. So I saved it in a SVG format that what I would normally use. But now when I will upload this dashboard, the magic would happen, right? So we choose the file, and we go to the BVD section, and I'm actually using the same named SVG, but a very different SVG. The previous one was an export, and this one is just a generated SVG of this file, right? I know that it's confusing a little bit, but follow the process and you understand. So it says dashboard with a given name already exists. Do you want to replace it? And I say yes, replace, of course. And what do I get? I get the changes that I made, but I keep the configurations that were previously made for me. And this is the power of this procedure. You can use it in multiple locations. For example, if you have replications of your website and all of them need to have a dedicated dashboard in BVD, and templates is not an option, right? There's a functionality in BVD that allows you to maintain a template where you just specify what are the changes in the data, right? So, for example, I would say, well, you know what, this is the parameter, this is going to become a variable. So I would get to choose all of the variations of this data channel where this setting is the one that changes, right? This is one of the functionalities, but it's not always applicable because, for example, the new application, while maintaining the same structure, will, in my case, it does not keep the same approach to data that it generates. It's just different. Okay? When you look at it from a surface, it looks the same. But when you look at the data channels that I need to use and other components of it, it's not one-to-one ratio. So I cannot use templates because templates would not apply. But I do want to reuse the dashboard. So this is exactly what the use case that I need. Another use case, for example, is when you have your test environment and you have your prod environment. So of course, migrate dashboards from test to prod is by just downloading and uploading them. That's fine. But what if you need to change something really quickly in prod under a new name? The name is not to their liking of the customers or something like that, and you cannot use your test environment or your dev environment for developing this kind of thing. It's just too slow. You need to do it right now. Okay, well, this is what you do. You download the dashboard, you upload it with a new name, and then you upload the alternative dashboard, the one that you modified really fast on your own computer, and you keep the data channels and everything. Okay, so definitely there are multiple use cases. Or for example, you want to migrate from one environment to the next. For example, if you deliver your dashboards to multiple customers, let's say you're a service provider for hotels, and you provide the same dashboard to every hotel, and you want to use the same design and just change the logo, right? So now you cannot use templates because templates use the same dashboard but different data channels. But this method allows you to use same data channel structure, at least data channel structure, but different design. So very, very useful to us. Okay, and this pretty much concludes the whole ordeal over here. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.